it was a departure from anything I had seen at that level, at that stage where we were at, and it was a big challenge to have conviction in ourselves to make that film. I mean, you should say what you want to say, and because that's the best way you'll be able to say it. So that's what I want to do with the lockdown, where there were a lot of very, very nice films that were made on certain issues, and they were very, very heavy, very serious, but very relevant, and that's great. Uh, and at the same time, there were these comedies which were like pertaining to the lockdown, and they were also great. And like you said, like pandering to the masses and all of that. What I wanted to do was a mix of both, where you are sort of making a statement, where you're saying what you want to say, but in a very, very light, in a very easy manner, because I personally believe that eventually, after everything said and done, a film is a form of entertainment. So you can say what you want to say, and you should say what you want to say, but not by preaching. If you want to say something, say it in a way that entertains the audience, entertains people, and tells a story so that people are genuinely interested, and the impact is also harder by doing that. So that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I did with Backseat. I feel that wanted to make a film that's very light, very easy to digest, and at the same time, in a very um fun way, it's sort of just picking on things that have been happening, which may be bizarre, which may be stupid, which may be not very nice, but it's happening. When I started writing it, it was meant to be a representation of the lockdown lives of a lot of friends that I have, because I'd heard so much. So my mentality personally is very different from what Dhruv is towards lockdown or towards all that. But a lot of people who I know went through very similar lockdown phases. And so it started off by me wanting to just sort of recreate that life, but in a slightly fun manner. But I realized that the story was becoming a little boring if the external aspects of a lockdown life were not included, like the whole madness on social media or all the thali bajaving and all of that. That is what added a bit of bizarreness to someone's lockdown life, and that's what made it more interesting. Like when you juxtapose the really crazy world outside with you being locked up inside your house, that's the story that eventually made it interesting. Earlier, it was just a story about this guy locked up and trying to do something, and something happened, all of that. And even while I was writing it, I was not feeling it. Something felt missing. And then it was this. It was these elements, like what you're saying, the ambience, because eventually it's the ambience that makes a film richer. So that's what it did. And then eventually, due to that madness or those elements, it found a cinematic language where it became very fast paced, and the split screen cuts, and then so on and so forth. Everything was internal, even the fast pacedness, the way I see it. Because even though you might be in silences, there aren't you aren't really in silence, right? Your mind is constantly working. In fact, in silences, you end up overthinking. You end up thinking more, doing more, trying to achieve more because of the condition, because of your conditioning in the real world. So honestly, I don't feel anybody fully enjoys their silences unless you're some really zen person. Uh, so what I see it as is ulta, where throughout the film it's very internal. He's not letting it out. So it's this whole chaos and this whole storm inside him, and that's why the whole fast-paced treatment. And eventually the film slows down, but he is being very external because he's being very vocal to his mother. In fact, if there's something I could change about the film, it would be to sort of ease the ending. Uh, because I feel there should have been a little more of it uh, to show okay how he's the before and the after, because then I also feel that एक ही conversation में निपटा दिया. But that's again, you have a perspective after you make something. But I feel that is what was very external about Luke and not internal. Because then he's finding everything that he's going through, he's finally voicing it to his mother. And then that's when you call it thinking out loud and sorting yourself out. So that is that moment. How long can a peaceful moment last, right? So it was essentially that even if you're like opening up and talking, eventually like in no time it just goes back to chaos. And that's like that's at least what I've seen. So there's no point where you have a nice conversation and then it just lingers and lingers and lingers. No, it always has to go back to something very banal. Like you're out of it, you're back to reality, but in a way that reality has a new perspective, and that's how you're constantly moving forward in life. However they want it. I don't want them. I think what I would like is for people to not have any preconceived notions or expectations when they go into any of my movies of the past or going forward in life ever. Uh, so that every time they are exposed to a story, it's like a blank slate, not to expect anything, and then just enjoying that journey for what it is, or that story for what it is, rather than being known that okay, the past few films have been in this way, so this is something that I am expecting to see. I'm very proud of this movie I made called Keher. Uh, I'm proud of all my movies. They were all very, very difficult to make. Because, of course, all the films that I made while in college and later and all of that, they've been difficult films to make for the level we were at when we made them and for the quality we took it to. They were all pretty difficult films. But that being said, uh, this film I'm particularly proud of because it was a departure from anything I had seen at that level, at that stage where we were at, and it was a big challenge to have conviction in ourselves to make that film because that film was set in the future, in the near future. It was dystopian. It had social commentary. I mean, everything, and it was a 30-minute long film. So I think that's the film I would.